I'm Miss Heather from the Tewksbury Public Library, and I'd like to welcome you to our next Maker Craft. Today we are going to be making something out of egg cartons, and we are going to turn those egg cartons into little animals. So for example, I've made a whale, I've also made sort of a sheep or a llama type of creature, and I've also made an octopus. So you can make all sorts of different animals using just these little pieces of an egg carton. So gather an egg carton. You also need some scissors, and then maybe some things to decorate, like markers, pipe cleaners, paper, glue, glitter, paint, whatever you have. Go ahead and get all of that stuff, and then meet me right back here and we'll make some animals. The first thing to do is decide which kind of animal you would like to make. Here I made an octopus. You could also easily turn this into a spider if you would like to. Some people glue pony beads on the other side to be like the suctions of the tentacles. And some people also curl up their tentacles as well. So you decide how you want to make an octopus or a spider if you're interested in making one of those. To make a whale, I cut a tail shape out of blue paper and taped that inside the egg carton there. And then I used a sharp pencil, and from where the egg sits, I pushed up and made a hole, and then I was able to put my pipe cleaner inside that hole and style some of that water coming out of the whale's spout. And then I glued on some googly eyes and I drew on a nice big smile for my whale. This is the sheep, and this is what we'll be making today. And you can see I've got some fuzzies on there. In this I pulled apart my cotton ball, and I've also got paper for the ears, googly eyes, and some paper to make the nose and mouth. So let's get started making this one today. If you've got a bag of supplies from the library, you've got an egg carton that is still in 4 pieces. This way you can make many different animals. You can make all sorts of different kinds and have a lot of fun doing that. So right now I'm just cutting my egg carton, and I'm going to try to cut right in between to separate those circles where the eggs usually go. And I'm just gonna cut right again on the other side as well, just to make sure that I'm separating these. And then I'll go ahead and separate these two. Or you could also keep these together, and you can make a camel, an animal with 2 humps. I've also seen people keep them together and make bugs. You could attach them and make a caterpillar. So you have options here as well. You don't have to cut them all into 4 cups. You could keep them together in a line and make some pretty interesting animals and bugs and other creatures. Maybe even want to try to make a snake. So once you have your cups cut, you can go ahead and we'll just trim the bottom to be about even all the way around so that you don't have all these extra pieces hanging off. There we go. So this is probably the most important part that we'll be using today, pieces like this. But if you wanted to, you could also keep your pieces like this as well and make a different sort of animal. So to get started, we'll need some paper, and we'll cut out some ear shapes, and we'll cut out a face shape. I am going to use some black paper to make my ears and my face. Sometimes sheep are black as well. And I'm just gonna go ahead and draw on an ear shape, and I'm going to keep going and have the ear on the other side. so that your shape looks a little something like that, sort of a longer oval with a little point to it at the end. And you can go ahead and cut that shape out, and that will be for your ears. So you can see I have one long sort of oval shape with pointed ends for my ears, and I can glue this right on top of my egg carton piece, just like that, for my ears. And a good way to get things to stick to your egg carton is to put the glue right on the carton itself and get a whole bunch of glue right on there. And those ears. There we go. Next up, I'm going to cut out a circle from that same paper, and that will be for my nose and mouth. Good to me. And I'll draw on the nose shape with pencil so it'll show up on the black, and the mouth as well. And I'll get that glued on right on the front there. And now it'll be time for the eyes. And again, to get those eyes to stick, a lot of glue right on your egg carton. And then press the eyes on. And I like to hold them in place for a few seconds just to make sure that it will really stick right onto where I want them to go. All right, so that is what our sheep looks like so far. And now I'm going to take my cotton ball and pull it apart and make it fuzzy. Once you have your cotton ball all pulled apart, it's time to go ahead and glue that on to be like our sheep's fur. So I like to put a lot of glue all over my egg carton, including right on top of the head too, and underneath the ears, and next to the eyes, all over, because we'll cover this whole thing with our fur. Lots and lots of glue. And of course, go ahead and stick that right on. Now that you have all your cotton glued on to be like your sheep's fur, if you need to, you can take your scissors and trim off any bits that you need, or you can just go ahead and push it into place and sort of mold it how you would like it to look. And there you have it. You've made a sheep friend. And I hope that you have a lot of fun making these animals. The possibilities are endless. You can really make anything you want to. Thanks so much for watching and tuning in today, where we made some egg carton animals. I hope that everyone had as much fun making these as I did. And I hope you'll tune in next week for our last maker craft of the summer, Well, we'll be making animal marionettes. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks again. Bye-bye.